This is a story time about my flight being canceled from St. Croix when I did a solo trip to meet my family over there, and I was coming back home. My flight was canceled, and everybody was pissed off. So, and I was by myself at the time. You know what I mean? That was just a story time about this, because the best part about traveling is the people that you meet. That's the best part about being on the road. The best part about traveling is you meet a lot of incredible people. And when I was stranded, throughout these 2.5 days that I was stranded, I met this girl, and me and this girl became like best friends. I mean, like besties. She was like my road dog. She was my travel buddy. And I wish I still had her number, because she gave me her number before I left. Before we both parted. You know what I mean? We were on the little train thing that goes to the different levels, you know, the little whatever, you know, the little different exits and whatnot, and C, B, whatever. But we had to part because our tickets were different. But our tickets had been the same for like 2 different flights, which, like, what is the chance? So, you know what I mean? So we had been with each other since Florida. Then I went to Detroit with her, and then after we were in Detroit, we had to part ways. You know what I mean? But she was from Allentown, Pennsylvania, and she was awesome. The people that you meet when you travel are the best part about traveling. I mean, like, it's an experience that makes people get really close to each other really quickly. We were watching each other's bags. We were sleeping on the fucking floor together. We were having we were real homegirls for that duration of that period. And I remember when we both got our flights, it was a Delta flight to Detroit. From Detroit, I was going to go back to New York City, and from Detroit she was going to go back to Pennsylvania somewhere. I don't fucking know. Philadelphia maybe, and I don't know. But anyway, remember how happy we were when we both we found out we both were on the same flight. It was a Delta flight too, so we were excited. We were like, yeah, this is going to be nice. It's going to feel like heaven compared to the Spirit Airlines flight, because we both came from Spirit. She came from St. Thomas. I came from St. Croix. And I mean, from the Spirit Airlines. And it was a really cool experience meeting somebody like that. And she cried when we both had to leave. At that point, I was just like, hey, look, I was just ready to go home. But she was really emotional. She cried when we had to part ways. And that was a really beautiful experience. And that was really nice. The people that you meet, you're never really alone. I mean, like, especially when you're traveling, you're always going to meet somebody. You're always going to have somebody who's going to be your road dog. You're always going to have somebody who's going to be there, majority of the time. You know what I mean? So people shouldn't be afraid to travel, solo travel. You know what I mean? You're always going to meet somebody. Most of the time. And I met her. So, that's something good that came out of my flight getting canceled and everybody being angry, and having to do overnight layover for that trip, and something positive came out of it. That's the end of my story time.